guess it's time to say goodbye to Nia. I did it again. Pressing the wrong button, open doors.
Howdy there. Rise and shine. Ready for your surprise?
What surprise? Don't tell me it's a bullet to the face. It's too early for that.
I just wanted to say, even though we didn't find much poking around Logan's old homestead, well, you believed when almost no one else did. So, thanks, partner. But kind words ain't worth gills on a cat, so I did you one better and brought you this here baby Yakmel. His name is Doodles.
I get a Yakmel?
You can name him something else if you wanted, cause he ain't quite learned it yet.
I get a Yakmel for not doing anything? I don't even have a barn though.
With Doodles, you could get started with your very own ranch.
Well, well, dang.
Hear that, Doodles? You found a new and loving home. Hooray! Yeehaw! Oh, but shucks. You ain't got a barn, do ya?
No.
You can't take care of any animals if you don't have a barn.
Of course.
Maybe you'd like for me to explain a thing or two about raising animals?
Sure, because every game has its own different mechanics.
If you want to raise small animals, you gotta come over to my ranch shop and choose what you like, either a calf or a chicken.
I need chickens.
Once you've done bought it, it'll be delivered right away. But wait, you ain't built a barn yet? You know, different animals need all sorts of different places to live. Rabbits like a hutch, Yakmel need a barn. You gotta have the right home for them if you want them to live with you.
Understandable.
If there's no barn, your Yakmel ain't gonna want to come live with you.
So are you gonna hold him until I build a barn? Please don't tell me he's just gonna be gone if I don't have a barn.
Just go see Haiti and get her to fix you up. You know, it was her construction junction that helped us build our stables.
I need to expand my land a little bit more before I can even think about that. I don't even think I have enough land for a barn to be put in.
Oh, and when you get your little animals running about at home, remember to feed them their favorite food and play with them. If they're in a good mood, they'll grow up so quick and healthy. Well, I reckon that about sums it up. I better be getting gone. I'm sure you and Doodles are gonna be right as rain, and I just know you're gonna take real good care of him. Or else. So long, partner.
I mean,
thanks for all your help.
Once I build a barn, yeah, that would be a thing. Oh great, now I need to do that too. Alright, let's say goodbye to Nia.
Hi. So you came to see me off?
Of course. You don't have to go.
3 days went by way too quickly. But I need to go back and take care of my plants. You remember my neighbor raised a pig, right? When that pig gets hungry, it gets really hungry. So you can see why I'm worried. Hey, don't laugh. If that pig eats my graduate project, I'm not going to be able to graduate for another semester.
You know, pigs also eat humans too, right? The neighbors could be gone. Remember to write. Have you packed Sandrock?
You're sweet. Don't panic, dear. All right. Yeah, it's all packed. Don't worry. I went to where they sell it, the Wandering Y. Weird name for a ranch. The yak boy and his wife were really friendly. He sat me down and told me about his family history for what felt like eternity. Their cake is famous, though. There's no rush. We still have a little time. Let's chat for a bit.
Train to high wind, now departing. Train to high wind, now departing. Please gather your belongings and board the train.
What train? What train?
That's me. I'll see you soon. Hey, when I'm graduated, I'll come see you again, okay? So don't miss me too much.
Yeah, you better.
You were right before. I really can't bear to leave you.
Oh my goodness.
Goodbye, my builder.
See, now I'll feel bad if I do get married when she's gone. I was like, oh man, she's like the only girl that showed vested interest being more than just a buddy or a friend. I was like, I don't know if we should get married outside of that. She's like a childhood friend, get to, marry your childhood sweetheart. Sounds like a proper story. But it's a story that's been told before. Alright, so other than that, I think the last coffee stream, we were working towards building this thing before starting anything else. Oh yeah, we need to get more engines. Shit. I think that's the only thing that's cutting us out right now. Was it just the engines? Oh, yeah, because, And the only way for me to really get engines is either through the ruins, usually for ruins, to breach hazardous ruins. I can get it from the shop though. Yeah, let's get it from the shop. Seems like the best case scenario for me. Due to the fact I don't think the commission's done today, but the earlier I can put it, the better. So I'll buy that engine just to finish the, just to finish the thing. If I can get the engine. Yeah. Yay. Not too bad. Price-wise. I mean, free is better than anything, but I think once we start hitting those ruins a little bit more, I'll probably feel a little bit better. But yeah, once we build this hydrogel core, that's both of them done. One and done. And they're both in perfect condition, but I still want to see if I have enough materials to upgrade it. Oh, no I do not. So, quarry, monsters, silver core store. Damn. Okay, well let's turn this in and get a bunch of points for things. Something's going on over there. Oh, this is what is going on over there? Hey, Jan. Got shit to turn in.
What will people learn?
Yeah.
Now, Pete,
Represents.
oh, be thinking the blue.
Oh, yeah. Love that light.
Let's see. Trouble in Paradise. Oh yeah, I can turn that in too. Looks like I'm turning in all my stuff. Might as well do it as fast as I can because I have a feeling the next day coming up, the main quest is gonna continue. Or maybe the main quest doesn't continue until you get enough, like, reputation and all that. I don't know. So they probably want you to progress something a little bit more. Alright, Miguel. You sneaky little dude.
Good work, Builder. I knew the church could rely on you. I do appreciate the effort, make no mistake, but were I minister, we would not have spent our scant resources on such a project. But I am not. Thank you, Builder.
Might as well just
Glad you see
say
my
good
vision
things.
of the light. We both studied in Mayday. We've known each other for a long time. She's always been bright-eyed and idealistic, seeing the good in everyone. The ministry adores students such as her.
Kind of reminds me of a Japanese salaryman, but he like runs a company. If anyone knows where I'm getting at.
I, on the other hand, have held tightly to the texts and the studies into the age of corruption. When I was sent to Sandrock, the temple was just another
He wasn't
building.
done.
The citizens paid no real heed to the teachings and had lost their way. They watched my servants skeptically, unaware they were repeating the sins of their forefathers. Others believe they are devout, but I can see the corruption inside them. They always did everything the way they wanted, not the right way.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous, though, to have, like, a religion based around that ideal, though. Then you're going to start burning people eventually sometime in the near future. It's not going to be pretty. Yeah, learn from our actual history, too. It's like, hey, be careful about the whole religion thing, right?
Do they not see by flaunting the rules left and right, we're blindly stumbling into another Armageddon? I tried to warn them, to open their eyes. I only aim to do what's best for my flock. The spirits of the people need guidance away from their disorderly ways.
You notice it has, like, purplish eyes. Velvet purple.
Let us place this work upon the temple walls. A spectacular piece of art. If only its purpose were not so incompatible with my beliefs. To cover up the day of calamity. Are we to forget our history? Sandrock has its problems, but is not the most core of our beliefs to never forget the day of calamity?
That's why they'll be in books, if anything.
Nevertheless, these decisions are not mine to make anymore. I was here for a short while before Mady sent Matilda. As soon as she arrived, we received word that she would be taking the role of minister. I presume her interpretation of the Light Scripture was more fitting for the people of this town. I'm not one to question the Church's orders, so I graciously accepted my subservient role. As to the citizens here, evidently, I worry the minister is too lenient with the citizens of this town. She seems to believe the people here want to follow the light, but only a select few profess and show their belief in an appropriately fundamental manner. Anyway, thank you, Builder. I appreciate your dedication. Every act you perform for our city helps to spread Telesis in these lands and beyond.
Okie dokie. I didn't even know they had, like, little murals here. Who's the knights on horses? Oh, is it that, like, feuding family thing they were talking about? Like, was there a time after the calamity and everything like that that, we went back to the medieval ages for a bit? I could see it. A lot of people think that, like, you know, if the post-apocalypse actually happens, or just the apocalypse itself actually happens, we'll go back to the medieval ages. Advanced building thing is an increased probability of machines production's high-quality products. Yeah, sure. Keep forgetting I have a pistol. I think before I start working on other stuff too.
Yo, Grace, are you poking around the breach again?
Just going for a walk. Don't tell me that's against the law now.
No, only walking that's against the law is jaywalking. But, hey, point is, don't even think about going in there. We can't let Civs through without the proper training. I hate to be dramatic, but what's worth more to you? Your papers or your life?
It's kind of ironic that he would bring up jaywalking, since jaywalking's pretty stupid anyway, and it was made out of, you know, a racist law, which is very ironic. Can you even jaywalk in Sandrock? There's no cars or anything, and there's only like maybe 2 or 3 people that have horses.
I know that's meant to be rhetorical, but probably my dissertation. When is the breach going to be reopened to the public? I would like to look for more relics at some point.
It'll open when it's open, which is to say, when it's been reclassified as an abandoned ruins. And don't even think about trying to sneak in there. I wouldn't want to, but I do have the right to detain you if you're proven to be a danger to yourself.
What's the basis for all these wild accusations? I walk down this way all the time. This imagined notion of me even thinking of sneaking into the breach is just that. Something you've just made up in your head. I also have to notice that the breach has been this way for quite some time. Normally, I would have expected you, core type, to have this handled already. Sir, if I may ask, is the stress getting to you?
What?
Hey, come on, give us a break. We've been up to our eyeballs in Geeglers. Plus, there's Logan. Yeah, it is getting to be a little rough out here, as a matter of fact. Glad somebody noticed.
Aw, poor Justice. Why don't you just take a day off? What you need is some rest. Then you'll have your edge back. I mean, at the very least. Surely you don't need to literally stand here in front of the breach. We all know not to go in.
Yeah, maybe I could just head back to the office, pour a big old glass of yak milk, kick up my heels and... Hey, wait a sec. Dang, how come every time I talk to you I end up with a headache? Look, Grace, I'm not kidding around. I take the safety of everybody in this town seriously. If something happened to you down there, I'd never forgive myself. Talk to me again when your fighting chops are up to snuff. Like, say, Builder's here.
Right. How about this then? If I were to commission the Builder to enter the ruins on my behalf, you'd have no objections to that, would you, Sheriff?
Oh, well, no. I guess that'd all be pretty by the book in my book. I reckon it's on the two of you to work something out. I gotta keep patrolling, but I'm gonna have my eye on you. Maybe just adjust your stroll path to be a little less hair-raising, all right? Y'all are gonna be the death of me.
Well, you heard the man. Looks like I don't need to sneak into the breach if I can recruit your help. The things I need are relatively simple. But I think I'd feel better if someone with an eye more discerning than that of a soldier's went in to look. So? Great. A bit of context. I'm an archaeology student in Atara, saving up to finish my degree. When I have time, I try to do field work that I hope will be beneficial for when I go back. You've been to the breach, right? Did you manage to pick up on what that place used to be? You know, back in the old world?
I don't remember how it looked. Maybe office buildings?
Ah, yes. That soul-crushing monotony that saps your life energy to the point where you can't break out of doing exactly the same thing every single day for years while you make money for someone else. Can you believe people used to do that?
Because I know one of the ruins used to be a mall. And I think the other one used to be like... I don't know, like a manufacturing thing? I don't know.
When it was open, the breach was a great place to look for archaeological finds and, right, you know the story.
Yeah, speaking of the Borderlands movie, holy shit. I think even if you wanted to watch that movie, you get a little tipsy, you get your favorite snacks, and you watch it for the shits and giggles of it, it would probably ruin your night. That's probably how bad that movie is. Holy shit. They even made what's his face from Bad Friends, or the comedian that's in the film. He has like 2 scenes and apparently he's not even funny in it because of the way they wrote his character. I was like, really? You made a comedian in a movie that's supposed to be pretty comedical not funny? How? How did you do that?
One of my main focuses is old-world audiovisual media. From salvaged memos and effects, I've discovered a concept discussed among old-world drones known as huke. I've surmised this term to mean listening to music at work.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about Bobby Lee, by the way. Yeah, Bobby Lee, one of, probably, very funny comedian, you made him unfunny. His one job is to make a movie funny, depending on the role he's playing, and you screw that up. Oh my god.
So next time you're in the breach, just be on the lookout for old world music related media. Anything that seems vaguely relevant. Discs, posters. Also, I need some small chips from down there too. For reasons...
So, when it came to the Borderlands movie, I was trying so hard to stay positive for that film, but then I saw the casting for it. I was like, okay, you hired some pretty damn decent actors, and, you know, pretty good actors at that, for the film, right? You think that would probably make it good. The thing is, there's a reason why there is a casting job for movies and shows, is to make sure that whoever you're hiring fits the bill. It doesn't... This is a very good and prime example of what not to do as a casting director. You can hire whoever you would like, but if they do not fit the part, it's not going to work, no matter how good of an actor they are. So Borderlands, the movie, is a cautionary tale of what not to do. What not to do.
Thanks again for agreeing to do this. I guess with you in the picture, everyone's lives are being made a little easier. Come find me when you've got some old world music stuff. And don't forget those small chips either, please.
I think a lot of people are actually really hoping they lose a lot of money because of this too. So like, what is it, Lionsgate that produced this film? Yeah, a lot of people are really hoping that they lose a lot of money, so that way they never make a mistake like this ever again. And hopefully other companies will learn the mistake and hopefully learn it the right way and not be swayed to make, you know, games about, you know, movies about games or anything, but to treat it with, you know, a smarter outlook on things. Because holy shit, like, morbidly, I always have this morbid curiosity of like, you know what, I'm gonna watch the film to see how bad it really was, but I don't know if I really want to see like the Borderlands film even with morbid curiosity as a factor. Because it might ruin my whole entire day, and I don't know if I could handle that. I don't know if I can handle my whole day being ruined because of one fucking film. I don't know if my heart can handle it. That'd be pretty damn wild to like do that. You know, watch a movie to know that there's a potential of it ruining your whole entire day. Alright, got some new stuff again? All they had to do was condense the first game or 2 stories and boom, could have been. Well, the thing is too, like, they completely rewrote the lore and everything as well. Like, all the cast members are older than what they should have been when it came to their characters. They rewrote was it Tiny Tina's origins, which completely changed the character, like, completely. It's like, what is going on in this film? What are they trying to do? Are they trying to, like, you know, who are they trying to, like, you know, make happy? It doesn't make any sense. It's odd. It is extremely just weird. Wait, Grace has another thing for me?
Hey, has Owen told you about his new idea? It's even been approved by the church and all. We're going to make the world a better place. Ah, let me fill you in then. Short of it is, some small villages around Sandrock are just scraping by, eating sand rice 3 meals a day. Owen, being the boss he is, decided to step up and ship some hearty meals their way.
Okay.
Only question was logistics. We pitched it to the church and they were on board right away. Had a bit of back and forth. They said they'll help deliver meals if Owen cooks them up. Right? I think it's kind of amazing. These small villages are pretty far from Sandrock, and the desert is a relentless climate. Not so fun fact, perishable food starts to spoil after only 2 hours in the heat. Plus, if we're going to bring them food, I want it to be fresh. Their lives are hard enough. They don't need soggy room temperature noodles on top of the, you know, hardship and everything.
So make something that is like, I don't know, freeze-dried or freeze-dried, freeze-dried or dehydrated, like noodles. You can dehydrate noodles. And then when you ship the product, ship the, at least raw product in a good container and show them the cooking instructions, and boom, they can cook them themselves. Hey, it's almost like HelloFresh, which we are not a sponsor. They're not a sponsor of us, ever.
So I designed an insulated backpack based on a takeout box relic found by the Civil Corps.
It's literally HelloFresh.
It said that in the old world, people could enjoy fresh food without even needing to leave their house. These takeout boxes, they used an advanced technology to make a compound of aluminum oxide and silica powder.
Well, yeah, you keep the silica powder in a protective bag, so that way nothing oxidizes within the package. So, that's one thing.
This compound is a soft, flexible material
Glorified affiliate program.
Using this box, food could be kept fresh long enough to ensure a safe and enjoyable delivery.
I mean, we have been sponsored by Factor, which is their sister company.
I tried to get Chi to look into the tech for me, but he said it didn't seem worth it. Oh please, space tech isn't the only thing worth studying. Ya space case? Ahem. Best not to get too worked up about it. Anyway, after a bit of my own research, I now have a recipe for the insulated backpack. Would you mind helping me make it?
Sure. If I can use it too.
Thank you so much. Alright, come show me when it's ready. I'm kind of curious to see how useful this old world tech really is.
Looks like I'm gonna be a seamstress now. Because in order to make a backpack, unless it's like a big old metal box or something like that, I'm gonna have to learn how to sew and all that. Which I do have. I think I do have the ability to sew stuff. Kitty cat. Nope, we can't pick up the ball. Okay. So if we want to know what he's playing with, we're gonna have to distract him with some dried sandacuda or something, or whatever it was called. I'm just gonna call it sandacuda because everything's starting with sand and all that. Oh yeah, I think I finished all his little photos.
Oh, these were happy days indeed. Sandrock was quite lively then. Owen's father bought the saloon office and turned it into their Blue Moon. This photo, well, it must be opening day. That there's Lumi, with his back to the camera. He was the finest shoemaker you'd ever meet. That lady on the left was Rose. Boy, she could hum a tune. And that there's Eska. She was always writing poems with a glass of milk in front of her.
Wait, you guys had a cobbler?
Of course, none of them are here anymore. You see, back then there were always folks passing through. Some even took the train that day, just to be there to see the Blue Moon open. Thank you for bringing this to me. It feels good to share these old stories with someone who will hear them. Please stop by if you find any more of my photos.